Hello buddy, we got some crazy news today. We saw a brand new Doom Eternal teaser for E3 and of course what we're going to see in the game overall. It was only 16 seconds long, but they crammed so much crazy stuff in there. There's so much to talk about. I've got a series of screenshots here that we're going to discuss and look into more detail about, but first of all, let's discuss what he says in the video. So there's someone, not sure who, it doesn't sound like Hayden to me, but it sounds like someone completely different, although it could be like an upgraded Hayden, says something along the lines of, what you've got involved in now is much bigger than you could ever imagine. It was something along them lines, and either way it's just crazy. So it shows you how massive this game's going to be, and even the Doomslayer is pretty much met his match this time. And they showed like a lot of really weird stuff in this one. Even though it's like a 16-second trailer, there was some cool looking, I don't know the best way to describe it, like different cult areas and such, and I think a brand new place we might have not seen yet. Anyway, let's start looking at these screenshots. So here's the first one. Okay, so this, I am not sure where this is. I think this is new. I mean, we might have seen some different art or concept art from this place before, but I don't really recognise it. So first thing to mention, this looks to me like it's on maybe some kind of planet, but it also does look like some kind of space station as well, like some sort of supernatural or alien life kind of spaceship thing. I really don't have a clue, but it looks awesome. Now there's these weird statues. If you look at the front here, to me they look a little bit like actually a summoner kind of creature. So maybe this is something to do with them. Maybe it's an ancient hell place, or maybe this is actually some kind of heaven place and they're actually angels. Yeah, they don't look 100% like a summoner, but they're the enemies it sort of represents the most to me. And if you look in front of us here, we can actually see like these red tree kind of things. So I'm not sure if they exactly have this in hell. I don't know. It doesn't look like hell to me. It actually looks like somewhere completely different. So maybe this actually is heaven. I don't know. It easily could be, because it does stand out completely different to what we've seen of hell in Doom Eternal so far with the concept art. Looks very different. So this is definitely one of the places the Doomslayer is going to go to. It looks awesome. The building looks very unique to what we've seen. It stands out from all the other places we've been as well. And I mean, just look at the background. It's like a really nice shade of blue, possibly space, or maybe like a different reality or something. I do not know. But this to me is a pretty nice looking building. I do like the look of it. Once again, it stands out from what we've seen so far, and I like that. And I'm not sure what we're going to do here, but I'm pretty sure it'd be really awesome. Now, I feel like we've seen this before in one of the concept art for Doom Eternal, but this is just a better angle. And that hologram in the middle actually moves within the trailer, and I feel like this may or may not be inside of that build-up we saw a minute ago, or it could be somewhere completely different, because these enemies do look kind of the same. They look like to me like some kind of old hell priest, these ones, when it moves about. I mean, it's hard to tell because of the angle, but of course there's only a couple of second clips of what we see of this creature, so when we actually see this thing in the flesh, I'm pretty sure it'd be awesome. This also, when you look at it, it has that thing on its face, like this weird mask thing that Doom Eternal painting did for E3 as well, so maybe this is what that creature is. And maybe this is actually some kind of ancient hell place we're in right now, with some kind of like higher sorceress priest demons that are out to kill the Doomslayer, and of course we're doing whatever the hell these sorcerers do in their own spare time. I do not know. These demons are up to something, and it's definitely trying to figure out what it is. Awesome picture. I really like this one because you can sort of see all the different. First of all, there's like these candle things around the outside, and then you've got these little red dots. I'm not sure if I think these are people. I mean, it's hard to tell in this clip, and of course it's even hard to tell in the screenshot, but I feel like these are definitely different, like demons or people, or someone summoning and worshipping whatever the hell this creature is. And of course this creature may actually be some kind of boss fight in the game, or it could just once again just be like an average hell priest that you fight along the way somewhere else. I have no idea, but anyway, it looks really awesome. This is another awesome screenshot because here we get to see the Doomslayer up and close. We get to see a little bit more look at his armor, but in particular the coolest thing about this photo to me is actually you get to see a bit more of the Doomslayer himself as well. I mean, you could see him in Doom 2016, but very barely. It was only in certain points where you actually see the Doomslayer. This time you can get a nice glimpse of him as well. I mean, we've already seen a little bit of him in the very first gameplay shown off at QuakeCon, where you can see his reflection in the helmet before, but this time you get to see his head within the helmet, and of course you get to see a bit more of his armor on the back and one of his weapons that he's got on his back as well. Pretty awesome stuff. And of course I'm not sure where this scene or this part of the game is taking place as well, because it kind of has that bluish fog effect that one of the trailers did have at QuakeCon as well, so I feel like we might have seen this place before, and I'm not sure once again what this place is. To me this might be some kind of, I don't know, prison place or something like that along them lines. I do not know. Maybe this is the heaven of the game as well. So many questions all need answering, but I have no idea. But to me, pretty awesome stuff. I like this image. It's a good way to show the Doomslayer. I mean, this time he might have met his match and he might have been for a lot more than he bargained for, really, because once again that's what the humanoid person creature demon thingy said at the start or during this gameplay, that you have met your match this time basically. And of course he might have done, but who knows? It's the Doomslayer. I don't think there's not much in existence that could stop the Doomslayer. He's a Titan slaying badass basically. And yeah, pretty awesome image. But now it's time to talk about the final one today, and my personal favourite from the whole of this trailer. Awesome stuff here. And here it is, my favourite part of the whole trailer. The end, the finale. Okay, plenty to talk about here, so let's get started. First of all, what's going on? So this is the Doomslayer using the chainsaw, so we know the chainsaw is going to be here as a weapon against the man or the demon himself, the Marauder. Now, there's still many questions about this guy. He's definitely one of the most mysterious enemies we've seen so far in Doom Eternal. I'll say he's up there with the Doom Hunter himself as well. And we do not know much about him. If he's, once again, he could just be a single boss fight we've seen in the game, or he could be an army. I don't know, there could be loads of Marauders, it might not just be one. But we get to see him using his gigantic axe here. He swings it right at the player. He's quite tall as well. He looks like he's actually slightly taller than the Doomslayer, or at least the same height. And you can see his SSG in the background as well, attached to him. So yeah, I'm not sure if the chainsaws are going to work the same way in this game, because that's an instant glory kill to this poor Marauder and he's dead already. I mean, of course they could work very different, I do not know. Or maybe this is actually a sign or a teaser that these enemies are actually not bosses, but they will be individual enemies that you have to fight wherever this is. Because I do not know if these would be part of the main part of the Hell Hordes, or a separate species or set of creatures altogether, because this place looks very different once again to what we've seen so far. Possibly where we just saw the Doomslayer in the previous image, but I do not know. To me, this place is very weird because it kind of looks like a blend of two different styles. So I feel like maybe the UHC have built something here as well, because it's got that kind of technology. But again, it does have very unfamiliar looking things as well. Like, what are these two red rooms on the left and the right? Are these prison cells? That's what I'm thinking. That's why I feel like this place is some kind of prison. Because if you look in the background, it looks like there might be more of these red cell places as well. Or these could be windows seeing outside, so maybe this might be some kind of tower or something. I do not know. Loads of questions. Fortunately, no more answers, but loads more questions. And of course, this builds the hype up to the next level. So these are just a few points, things I thought definitely worth mentioning. They've showcased many different places we're going to visit. Definitely didn't show any of the main areas, so like Hell, Mars, Phobos, anything like that, or Earth. They've showcased, I think, all of the bonus areas we're going to go to in the story. So yeah, what do you think of this? Do you think it's pretty awesome? Has it built the hype to the next level? I know it has for me. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.